Protesters clashed with police at a sweep of a homeless camp in Denver. Now DPD is reviewing whether an officer used too much force. Started when the protesters linked up, tried to break through that line of police. You can see the pushing and the shoving there as they made their move. In the middle of the scrummage, an officer gets a protester to the ground and appears to pin him down by putting a knee on his neck. It is a controversial move that has protesters making comparisons to George Floyd. Alan Janae has been looking into this incident and the reaction to it. Alan, this has caught a lot of people's attention tonight.
It certainly did. Timothy Montana right now remains in the Denver jail tonight, Karen, accused of second-degree assault on a peace officer. Denver police tell me they are aware of what happened during his arrest, and it's under review. And the officer will remain on the job during that review. It was a confrontation at 22nd and Stout when police were called in to help a planned cleanup of homeless encampments. Denver School Board Director Tay Anderson was there when he says Timothy Montana crossed the police line to help an amputee get his things.
And an individual stepped over the line to support that unhoused neighbor, and then the police officer said, "Get back," and they started pushing the protesters back.
Timothy Montana's brother talked with us from his home in Virginia.
He is a very big-hearted person. He always does things for people. He cares for people genuinely.
The pushing and pulling, Montana was yanked to the ground by officers and subdued.
It was really shocking. I began crying, and I'm not really an emotional person.
In the video shot by witness Darren O'Connor, it shows an officer with a knee to the neck of Timothy Montana. The camera then turns away. Then it's difficult to see past other officers.
It had to be over at least 10 seconds. I noticed that it was still there, and I said, "Hey, his knee is on his neck," and the officers refused to acknowledge it.
The force that they're using is not acceptable, especially for people that are unarmed and not showing any kind of threat to them.
Police say the incident, like all use of force cases, is under review. Rodney Montana is waiting to hear from his brother.
Just from looking at it, I was fearful that he was in the hospital rather than in jail. Seeing the officer put his knee on his neck in any amount of time was severely disrespectful for his life.
The Office of the Director of Public Safety says this review will likely involve a look at police body camera video, so we'll get other angles on this. And Representative Leslie Herod, who helped push through Colorado's police reform law, says this is a clear violation under that law, which also bars other chokehold style restraints. And she says she believes that this officer should be removed from his post. In Denver, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.